Hey guys, it's Tony here. Look at this, Bitcoin. It started pumping in the short term after this huge dump, and even though the Fed had all that crazy bearish news, Bitcoin is still managing to actually find pumps up. We have already pumped 13% where we are right now, with a height peak of 18% where we pumped. But we are about to hit a resistance that it will have to either break or get rejected and fall down to a huge support level. I want to talk to you guys about what will happen if we either break it or dump down, and what is this huge support area. By the way, it is 2. I want to talk about all that and more in this video, so stay in your seat, leave a like down below, and this is crypto for you. So look at this. This is Bitcoin, and it actually started pumping the short term, even though the Fed had all that bearish stuff talking about how the market looks worse than it actually is and inflation is rising. But look at this. We have Bitcoin, and it is starting to pump. But it is actually reaching a huge resistance level. This resistance level goes like this. Bitcoin's about to reach it. It did actually tap it with the wick, but it's about to reach it with its bodies, and it will have to either break it or go down. Now, this does not seem as a big deal, but when you add one more line on the bottom, you guys can see that this is a huge falling wedge, and this is very important for us to actually break above, because we are already reaching the end of the falling wedge, and if we get rejected, we are probably not going to have enough time to dump down, then pump back up and break it up. And this falling wedge is very important for us to break to the upside, because it can save Bitcoin from its doom, because the target of this falling wedge is back at the top of where it started, which is $69,000. So we can technically go back up to our all-time high if we break it right now. So what we have to do is actually break this resistance, and it doesn't seem that hard. But when you look at the daily time frame and you turn on the EMA ribbon, you can see that it's actually much harder to break because of a certain reason. You guys can see that if you zoom out, you use this EMA ribbon, this daily EMA ribbon, to show when we are dumping and pumping on midterm time frames. So let's just show right over here when we were in the $65,000 pump, and we pumped all the way down up to $65,000. When we pumped up, we were above the 20-day EMA ribbon, the daily EMA ribbon. We were above it. But as soon as we broke below it, guess what we did? We crashed. We crashed all the way down to $29,000 and kept this daily EMA ribbon as a new resistance, then a support that we did when we were pumping up. And we kept making a resistance and kept falling down until we broke it again and made a support again. Then we pumped up to $52,000 before breaking through it again, falling down to $40,000, breaking through again to the upside, making it support, and then pumping up to all-time high $69,000. And this is where it leads us now. We got rejected and we fell down. And whoever used this indicator to trade probably made profit right over here at $58,000, which would actually save him from losing 43%. But where Bitcoin is right now, we can see easily now why it keeps getting rejected, because we get rejected off of this daily moving average. What we have to do is break above it for us to be bullish again, like we did all those times back. But this isn't as easy as it sounds, because the EMA ribbon is a huge resistance level, this falling wedge is a huge resistance level, and if we go to the weekly time frame and I turned on the VPVR, there's actually another huge resistance level. Go on the daily time frame. A huge resistance level showing us that we are in fact having to break through this huge resistance level that we might not actually break because it's so big. So right now Bitcoin has to pick, will it break above this or break down? And let me tell you what it can do. If Bitcoin breaks through the falling wedge resistance, it will have to confirm support. Now, usually when we confirm support, that shows that we have strength. But if the EMA ribbon decides to help out the resistance and push us back down below, that will be a fake out and that will be bearish. That's where the risk comes in. Because after that, we can break below this support because we are crashing so fast, and we could actually dump below the triangle, making this triangle invalid. And also, when we're going to get rejected, we're going to already fall down to the bottom, and there's going to be little time for us to actually pump back up and break out. So this is a very, very important level. Also, if we get rejected off of this level right now, instead of confirming support on this falling wedge resistance, then we could do the same thing that we did 2 times ago. We already did this 2 times. We had to pump up, we tap, and we got rejected off this falling EMA resistance line and this falling wedge resistance line. We got rejected off that level and dumped. We did the same exact thing right over here in January 14th. We got rejected and dumped down to where we are right now. Right now we are pumping up. If we decide to break through the EMA ribbon and pump up, we could, instead of getting rejected and dumped, pump to the target of $69,000. If we get rejected though, we will fall probably down, and we might actually fall down farther, making this triangle invalid, which is bearish. Now, where could we actually fall down to if we get rejected? Because anything could happen. If we get rejected, then the best place for us to fall down to is my target. Let me just go on the weekly time frame and show you guys that we have a huge target of $30,000 or around somewhere there because of this box. This is a huge support level, and I think it would be reasonable for Bitcoin to go down there. It has already almost reached that target, and we could go down there. And if I turn on the 4 moving average, the 4 most important moving average, then the top moving average that we are about to reach is the 100-week moving average. Now that is very important, and it is at $31,000. 31,600 inside of my box, meaning that we could actually go down on to do the $31,000 if we get rejected, confirm support, and pump up. Now, this is very bullish because since we confirm support on such a big level, we could actually pump up after that. Also, we have the weekly time frame RSI and stochastic RSI very low, showing that the market's oversold and it wants to go up, meaning that we're almost done soon. So either we right now break through the daily EMA ribbon, or get rejected and have our last dump before pumping up. And this last dump will probably shake a lot of people out. Now, if we break through this daily resistance line, then we're going to start pumping up. But remember, we are still considered in a bear market until we break back above this weekly EMA ribbon. And that's something, probably the biggest resistance line that we have to break. It is at 43,000, and we have to break that in order for us to be bullish. So we will have this huge target, but unless we do not break this on the weekly time frame, we are still in fact in a bear market, even if it's a tiny one, guys. It's still a bear market, and it will probably last a few weeks to a month, but it is still considered a bear market. So right now, guys, wait. Will we get rejected off the daily EMA ribbon, off the daily falling wedge resistance, and make this resistance invalid, make this triangle pattern invalid, or will we break through and actually pump all the way up to 69,000? We have to wait, guys. We can't predict this. So leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, don't forget to click that post notification bell. Wait for Bitcoin to decide what it will be doing and trade using that. I'll see you guys next video. Bye!